I was running, trying to get out of the forest. I could hear people yelling at me. The faster I got, the faster they got. I swung from branches to branches on pine trees. I eventually shoot some of the men down. They freeze. They start whispering, but they're good whisperers, so I can't hear them. You're like trying to listen to them and it's like, foiled again. They're too good at whispering. I shout, what do you want?
We want to talk to you.
If I come down, you guys have to drop your guns.
We're not here to negotiate. They respond.
Fine then. Alright, we'll come down.
Fuck this. Fine, we'll drop our guns as long as you do it. As long as you tell us. As long as you do it as well.
They're like, oh, drop your guns, and they're like, no, but then they're like, please, and they're like, yeah.
Box a slight rolling gun. Make sure it's not damaged or hitting the ground. Watch everyone else look around and Saber nods his head to give them the key to drop their weapons. They all follow his cue. I jumped out of the pine trees and land on the ground swiftly. I dropped my long-range gun. I look at the chamber straight in the eyes, just staring at him. I bite on my left gum in my mouth and straighten my back and cross my arms.
So...
Chamber looks up at me and steps forward. Pretends to dust off my shoulder with his hand. I step back in disgust. What?
That's you.
Where did that come from? So after all your sex work, you don't like people touching you?
Wow.
I say sarcastically, it's designed to shut the fuck up. That's the one thing I don't need people knowing.
Why did you want me?
Well,
Hey, I'm walking here.
Flintstone that you should be Valorant Protocol.
That's not
But I
French.
couldn't make it today.
What did you do to him?
I'll show you.
He brings out an iPad with the blue, like the foam iPad. It's Brimstone. He's tied up to a wooden pole with rope. I see Agent was with masks of gasoline over him.
If you don't join the force, and if you don't cooperate with, we kill him with him, and we will kill him and you. Established chamber.
How the fuck is that fair? I ask in anger.
You see, it's totally fair for me, and not fair for you.
You sound just like French.
If you join, we could stay in our house with Raze and Zeri. Brimstone will say safe. Oh, and I won't tell people about your sex woke. Oops, I already did. He says, high-fiving.
I'll take a spot.
Perfect. Boys, tell the others to spare Brimstone's life.
They stare at each other and pull out walkie-talkies. The voices sound staticky, but I try to make out words they're saying. Can't. They're too good at whispering. All I can do is hear Brimstone running out.
It was 6 months after I was captured, I was put to test. I had constantly been under pressure. I had multiple bruises and cuts over my body. I made a new friend, Raze. We started to get close. She would help wrap bandages around the cuts, and I would go out with her and buy her food. She's my best friend. We helped each other through everything, including fighting in Valorant Protocol. I remember getting texts from her late at night. I decided to call her. She was crying, and that's the first. Raze is one of the strongest people I know. What's wrong? I asked. I handed Raze before she could say anything. I know! You and Phoenix are broke up, I say sarcastically.
What the fuck? No. OMG!
She replies, slightly angry.
No, I'm borderline.
I'm sorry, I know it's like having a very borderline personality. The upside, that means you might be better at fighting in Valorant, I say with a nervous laughter.
How?
And it's probably a good idea to let other agents know. They're supportive, but not very understanding, I explain.
Fucking assholes.
That's not your line, David.
I want to be Obama.
Obama does a lot of angst and fluff and smut. Did you know that? That's a fun fact
Yeah.
about Obama.
My nightmare. Jesus X Omen.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Omen spends the Christmas night alone. No one in the Valorant Protocol was having time for him.
Oh
He thought he would
shit!
be alone this night, but little did he know, a Christmas miracle was about to happen.
A Christmas miracle!
Read a heartwarming story of the ruthless shadow from the tactical 5v5 shooting Valorant.
Shadow.
And the Lord and Savior of Christianity. Jesus Christ.
Sand Undertale is an hag.
Me, I sit in my room, my shadow's my disguise. I stare at the wall, I look around my training room. It's nighttime.
I
Everyone's
shit
asleep.
in my room. Oh, sorry.
Everyone is asleep. The silence just makes the voices in me louder. I can't believe it is almost Christmas. Just a week away. To be fair, I cannot remember what this holiday is about, but Killjoy and Raze have been making a big fuzz for weeks.
Oh, they always make a big fuss.
So many fuzzes. Arg, they don't even need me anymore, do they even? What is this pitiful, lonely existence? That's
Dude,
what
I need
Owen
to
thought to
take a
himself for hours. He doesn't sleep. If he fell asleep, he could possibly die. The clock is ticking and Christmas is about to begin. He is just as lonely as a fallen snowman. The Valorant protocol didn't forget him, for sure, but they were forbidden to talk about Christmas. It could trigger his memories. Everyone is scared of what he will do when he finds out his boyfriend is no longer alive. So there he is, the dark and cold shadow, sitting in his training room. Tired, he goes out to his bedroom and stares out the window. I am more than a shadow, I thought I am. But look at me now, a shadow in the dark blends perfectly. I am nothing more than a tiny part of something big. Does it even matter? Before he was turned into this monster, he was a friendly scientist, working together with Sabine. He loved a lot of things. He loved he loved cookies and milk, octopuses, and, of course, Jesus Christ. His amnesia doesn't allow him to remember his past, but his heart strives for something for his long-lost boyfriend. It pains him, but only a few seconds, and there he was. Jesus, the real jeeessuuusss. jeeessuuusss, standing in front of Omen.
Jesus Christ, Tulsi! You're fucking...
A wave of emotions overcame him.
Oh.
Emotions he hasn't felt in love. He couldn't quite tell what this warmth was. He couldn't remember his face, but he knew that Jesus and him had a special bond. Without noticing it, he whispered it. Jesus, is that you? Jesus turned his head and his long, beautified, shimmering hair flew in the air. He wore a long white robe and stared down at Omen. Jesus looked confused, but he felt the same thing as Omen did. He felt the same warmth. He felt like this wasn't new. This was comfortable. A hot chocolate on a cold day, an ace clutch in a 1v5, a truly you want to play? Let's play moment. This was his home. Omen was his home. Jesus' eyes started watering. His brain shut down, but his heart spoke out. Fred? Omen broke down on the ground. Jesus quickly came after him and put his arm on the old man's shoulder. He didn't know what was wrong. Jesus never worked with the Valorant protocol. In fact, he's been banned from their base for not returning the radionite he borrowed to make special cookies. They built a house together. They adopted children. They lived a happy life. Omen has never returned to the Valorant protocol. He was the man, the myth, the legend. Jesus and his cousin, Sans Undertale. But this is a story for another time.
This is such a timely video, guys. Merry Happy Christmas, guys.
Whoa! Fazbear Strip! Oh, yeah!
This is an average sunny day in Puerto Rico. It's so hot here, but that's a good thing, right? I can cool myself down with ice, so I guess it's fine. But I've been on the run from Kingdom recently. Not really ideal. I have to wear dark clothing and a mask, hiding myself from the public. Not the best in this heat. I don't know why I'm living on an island while trying to be in hiding. Not the best decision on my part, I guess. They call me Katrina. Kind of like Hurricane Katrina. Not the best, I know.
Katrina, shut the fuck up.
But they don't even know that I'm a radiant. Can't blame them.
Silence.
It's better than knowing my real name. Especially because I'm on the run. I walk down the streets of Puerto Rico. Try to make myself look casual. I still covered my face, but it has been one of the hottest days of the year, so I can't dress in my normal attire. I steal from people and sell it to the local pawn shop.
That's just
in that. That's just a sentence there.
He just takes oranges and like sells them at a pawn shop.
And the guy's like, "Dude, I don't want this. This is fruit." And they're like, $2, take it or leave it.
You're trying to kick my balls here, buddy. I had some good orange. $10 for this orange, buddy. You've never seen orange, this high quality orange. You've never seen this beautiful.
You know the one with the powders on them. You split it up
with the powders. Yeah, with the juice unlimited. Juice unlimited.
Juice unlimited. I'm trying to find out a secret.
Orange.
I'm trying to find my brother. The pawn shop owner knows the answer, but he won't tell me unless it's a certain price. 10 oranges.
They gotta leave it.
Good morning, Miss Katrina. What do we have today? The pawn shop owner says with this mischievous smile. I don't know what his name is. I just called the pawn shop owner really stupid. I know. I hand him a ring and a wallet with no idea. Katrina, this isn't worth watching.
ID.
5 oranges at most. Do you want to find the answer to your brother? I nod as I feel tears swelling in my eyes. I just want to find him. I walk out of the pawn shop and head back home. I live in a sketchy apartment, but I have to go down a certain alleyway to get there. It's dark. It's getting dark. Luckily, I'm feared in these parts, so
I'm
I should be
feared.
fine.
Just a peek into my dark and twisted fantasy. I'm in. Wait.
Dude, it's just like Kanye.
As I'm halfway down the alleyway, I hear footsteps behind me and a mischievous laugh.
Thank you.
I mutter to myself. I start to pick up my pace. I feel the footsteps getting faster behind me as well. I don't know where that... I start to run. I stumble upon something that keeps me trapped in my place. Like a certain rope caught on my feet. I get knocked down as the rope releases stunned on the ground. I look up to see a man with a mask and a white fedora. I make an ice knife to throw at him. He catches it in his hands. That's not a nice way to treat someone towering over you. I'm normally feared. I win every fight I take. But this man caught me off guard. I start to feel... Who are you? I mean, who are you? What do you want? Everything is getting blurry. Who are you? Who are you?
It's Faber!
No, it's Cypher.
Author's note, trigger warning, may cause severe trauma. Do not proceed.
Shit, oh god.
Alright. Love is always promised to be a beautiful thing. It makes your heart flutter with the and stomach flip, blushing your cheeks red. It leaves you speechless even in the most minute moments. Stop! Alright, let me get my narrator voice. Mr. Pringles was excited to meet him. The orange, charming. The chip the chip has always the dream. The chip has always dreamt of it. I'm trying my best. The one he had cherished so much he had felt unreal. The orange really did exist. Even more so, the love between them was just as described as in fairy tales. Exciting and adventurous, yet soft and tender when needed.
Well, I'll leave it up to my Prince Trump to blast my expectations out of the way, like he blasted it inside me under the sheets last night.
What does this even have to do with Valorant? Why did this come up? It's called punishment for losing in Valorant.
Yeah, if you lose a video game in Valorant, this is what you have to do.
Good morning, Dumpy Trumpy. How are you feeling?
Oh wait, Pringles asked himself on the Trump side.
Amazing, your crust is delicious, honeybee.
Wait,
How did you sleep?
Trumpet asked with his signature pout, his fake hair barely holding on his bald spine.
I slept good like always, Donnie.
Pringle chuckled.
Is there anything on the plan for fake, barely holy? Hold
What?
on.
No, you missed it. He's not even
not
doing
even
the
doing
thing.
voice.
He's not even
Okay, fine. Is this voice fine? Is this voice fine?
No, it's not.
You gotta do the thing.
Named shrimp shumai, and then half of them have chili aioli on them.
Shrimp, what?
Steamed shrimp shumai.